I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make a new intro. Hello out there in Videoland, it's me again, the lazy video gamer. And before I start this little show for you, I just wanna mention 2 or 3 things maybe ahead. So, yeah, I experienced that, let me say it that way, my Halloween specials or April Fool specials are not viewed that much, but it doesn't bother me, but I will not do one in this year. So yeah, but I couldn't resist, and I had some questions around flying my head, and I was asked, so on the reason of the celebration, or for me as a celebration of the release on the Nintendo Switch version of the DLC from RETROMANIA Wrestling, who is today, when I recorded this footage, finally out in Europe. A little video to compare Wrestlefest in the version that you should play it and RETROMANIA Wrestling, and I will talk a little bit from the off between I'm showing you the material. So let's get into the square circle and prepare for a Wrestlepalooza. So, well, where should I start? Let's start with a little fun fact about RETROMANIA Wrestling. When you're living over here in Europe, in my currency, it's exact 10 bucks in price for download. I'm not quite sure is that in every region or every country of Europe the same, but here in Switzerland we have exact 10 Swiss francs we have to pay. So that equivalent to $11 or 12 or 11 euros. So yeah, it would interest me. Put it commentary if you like, what is the price of this DLC in your country. So yeah, also I want to mention that I'll show you how quick the DLC is handled. Yeah. Now to Wrestlefest. Wrestlefest has a strong community in the United States, and many viewers from my channel are living in the States. I think that's very cool and awesome. Yeah. Back to the point. The company BasicFun, a predecessor, let me say, from Arcade 1-Up. Arcade 1-Up is still around here and there and producing new caps of licenses they already have, like the Mortal Kombat license, Street Fighter license, NBA Jam license, yeah, Bug Hunter or Big Bug Hunter license. Okay, and this company BasicFun made themselves the quest to release the long asked for official cap for Wrestlefest, and yeah, it's been bashed. Here in Europe we don't get this cap right now or anytime sooner, and if I'll be honest, I don't have the interest to look for such a cap, cause I'm first running out of space, and I also can't explain to myself why I should buy a cap of a game that I already have since 4 years at home, and put on a decal on a standard Street Fighter 2 cap back in the day, and yeah, modded that cap, or mod the cap on the right side, if I be honest, cause that Wrestlefest cap you see on the left isn't modded by myself. It was, I purchased it already modded from little French company. It's called Japan Arcade, for not a bad price, and it was absolutely worth it, and I hope Remy and his team had a couple of euros for the work. They did an awesome work and modded to JAMA with a Pandora box, and if you replace the JAMA Pandora box, you also can, yeah, let me say, evolve your cap by yourself later. So back to the official cap. Yeah, you don't see it right here. The J panel is hidden, and the kick panel artwork in fact is a different than from the official version you can buy nowadays. The side art is in fact not that pretty, and yeah, in on the cap from BasicFun, and it's only one player. A countercade for your table, it's around $300. I think it's insane, this price. $300 for 5 games you can play only alone. Sad. Okay. There's this one point I wanna also say. I have this cap now 4 years at home, and I was inspired by some other YouTubers who modded their caps with in one or another way, and I thought I like this game, and I put on a decal that it doesn't have this generic Street Fighter 2, this black look from the original Street Fighter 2 cap. Arcade 1-Up released back in the day, and I know I'm not making much friends with my words that I say now, but I really think how nuts, lovely said, and meant, do you have to be to purchase after you having such a cap at home, the official one? Because yeah, I said it, I mentioned it, YouTubers inspired me for, or raised my interest for such a cap, and this game specific, cause they let, yeah, mod a cap from France. They made, they know he knowed a person who did the artwork, who printed out the artwork and set up a Raspberry Pi and so on. But yeah, I mean, I don't have to tell anybody what they had to do or have to do with their money. I'm pretty sure I have one or two items also at home. People would say, are you nuts, Avachi? And yes, I would say, yeah, I'm nuts. Okay, now real to the game. It's sad. The emulation of Wrestlefest on this cap, of this official cap, is, yeah, it struggles with screen tearings, and there are characters missed. Sergeant Slaughter isn't in it anymore, and that is really a bad pill to swallow. The Legion of Doom is completely and entire missed. The ambition of Wrestlefest, the title holders, the main enemy are missed in the nowadays version. So yeah, as I said, I'm not. I don't get it. Why people purchasing the new cap? Maybe they don't buy that much caps nowadays cause they heard about those problems. But yeah, back now really to the game. RETROMANIA Wrestling is undeniable a great wrestling game, and I want to talk about that now. About Wrestlefest. It was, back in the day, a big game in the arcade, and it's sad that this game never got an official port for the home consoles, because you have the cool sound, cool wrestlers, big sprites, and easy to handle controls. You play this game with the joystick and 2 buttons. That's all you need. And you can do body slams, suplexes, and even finisher moves. Now, when it comes to the game, it's of course on the reason that it is an arcade game. It features 2 play modes. The not so Royal Rumble. Is not only possible to win against an enemy with throwing it over the top of the ropes, you also can pin him, and that's the most time, in most cases, yeah, in most time the case. So I got those words now right. And you have the Tag Team Championship mode for 1 or 2 players. And this Tag Team Championship mode is honored with the £10 of gold mode in RETROMANIA Wrestling, who is practically not a story mode, it is a little story championship mode. You have to win against 5 enemies or 5 matches, and then you have the chance to get the belt. And then, like in Wrestlefest, you have to play the same number of matches again to defend your title. And yeah, Well, Wrestlefest had this issue with the camera angle, and I was never a big fan of it, that the camera moved by themselves from time to time, closer or nearer to the happening in the ring. But they changed that, and you nowadays can change this camera angle even in the match with the L&R shoulder buttons. I think that's great. And of course, it's awesome that you have the Legion of Doom now in it. I mean, you finally could play as Legion of Doom in RETROMANIA Wrestling, something what you never could in Wrestlefest. They are there as opponents but not playable. And with the DLC now you have this dream match you finally can do. You can get your revenge as Legion of Doom against Demolition. Funny is, in Wrestlefest you had Demolition with Smash and Crush, and here you have Smash and Axe. So the original, the first pair of Demolition. You also have the Rock and Roll Express as tag team in it, and yes, of course, the Macho Man Randy Savage, just to name those wrestlers that I know. Magnum TA is a wrestler. He is also new, but I never saw him wrestle. So for me that wasn't the point or the trigger to get me this DLC. When it comes to the trigger to get me the DLC, also on the Switch, is of course I can play it also now on the go, and I like that. So that was for me the reason to get it also on the Switch. I already purchased it on the PlayStation 4, but yeah. What I also wanna say, I like that style of in Wrestlefest. The Hulkster punches the number and it is getting smaller, and that is a relived in RETROMANIA Wrestling. So these little details, I like that a lot. Yeah. I also checked the price in the eShop. For those who don't have it, it's around 20 euros. So in that range, if you do not have the game right now and you only have to purchase the DLC, that I'm waiting also for the release or the announcement of the limited run release of this game, cause Retrosoft Studios assured me that a year or something ago, or something like that ago, that they actually will release a physical version of it. So for the collectors and for the real gamers, or the crazy dudes like me, there will come a physical copy as well. And I mean, it's practically obvious when you see the limited run commercials in the arena. Too many games. So that was it for this little show. My couple of thoughts about those two games. I hope you have a great week, a great month, and don't forget that the game is never over.
Sarasota, Florida, second generation. Talent with the charisma that captivated nation. The innovation, the voice of a generation. Accept no imitation, the best in the federation. This is the story of a classic who started off in baseball and even got drafted. Moved into wrestling and he smashed it. Ole Anderson said he wrestled like a savage. Birth of the madness came up in 85. Took a stale program and always made it live. Accompanied by Miss Elizabeth, he made a habit of ripping it down with whoever they fit him with. Tito Santana, George the Animal Steel. Randy will make you feel it so you knew it was real. Picasso, style plus bravado. Lots come and lots go, but there's only one macho.
Balance doesn't matter, I'm better than you are, yeah. And there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Then the ridiculous happened. 87 match of the year with Ricky the Dragon. Never before was planned in such ridiculous fashion. Heard he choreographed every single bit of the action. Then him and Hogan formed an unbeatable team. Mega powers forever, or so it seemed. He won the title at WrestleMania 4, 14-month reign till Hulk even the score. And later he returned as the king with a scepter and crown that he earned in the ring. The ultimate warrior would retire him, and he would leave without another title win. Reduced to a commentator role with more miles in the tank, he knew that he had to go to WCW to rekindle the magic. Refused up a classic, proof he still had it.
This man has done it all. The Macho Man Randy Savage. Welcome to Atlanta.
Ooh, yeah! The Macho Man is right here. A lot of people out there call me cold and calloused. A lot of people out there think that I'm living on the edge and that I'm insane in the membrane.
I remember